Suppression of information. Immediately when posting this video, the artificial intelligence algorithm demonetized this video. The theme of this video is government corruption. There is no incentive to make videos like this. It unmotivates people to make original content about corruption and government collusion. The narrative is controlled and it's designed so that the truth does not reach you. If you don't believe that the government and media are working together to control the narrative, you need a CAT scan at an alarming rate. Also, let's get 75 likes. These 75 likes will get you more content like this. Truth suppressors. The Biden laptop suppression is proof of corruption. The evidence is finally out where you can see that the government had Twitter and Facebook take down creators and their content that they didn't like. This is the only instance where the government got caught shaping the narrative through suppression. Think about what else they've done to hide information. Remember, misinformation is their favorite new word. We used to get strike for saying words like lab leak theory. We get a strike for saying masks don't work and that vax don't prevent transmission. We also know that when government entities say that they're going to conduct an investigation, what they mean is that they're going to conduct an investigation on themselves. I wonder if they will find any dirt on themselves. Does anyone think that's weird? That's like the prison who had Epstein get to conduct an investigation on themselves about the mysterious murder that took place in his cell. They falsely categorized the Biden laptop story as Russian disinformation and worked together to suppress the story to benefit them. There was a high level of communication between Democratic Party bigwigs and with big tech executives colluding to censor dissent amongst the population. In my last video, I mentioned an Asian country who shall not be named is keeping its citizens living in December 2019 in perpetual lockdowns. Apple has gotten together with their government to silence uprisers from communicating. Does that seem weird to you?
There is a lot of debate in the West about the free flow of information on the internet. But in China, there is no debate. The government maintains tight control on what people inside the country can and can't see, making the World Wide Web not so wide.
I can't wait for that angry mob of people who cancel celebrities and other people begin to shift their angry wave towards big greed and government corruption. Buzzwords like racist, fat phobia, and gender identity are just distractions. They promote this type of content to distract you. Campuses are distracting people by teaching them what to be outraged about. Meanwhile, ignoring corruption, rising costs of homes, rising costs of medications humans need to survive. The angry mobs at universities and social media discords are canceling the wrong people. They need to point their woke agenda crosshairs at the correct people. I'm waiting for the day these woke groups topple corrupt entities and organizations. The reason why they don't do it now is because of fear. Fear of the consequences. Remember that Army officer who spoke out? He was removed. With our own two eyes, we witnessed the consequences of what happens when you speak out. When you begin to question a so-called expert. I also want to add that these experts get paid to create a narrative to support their agenda. Even the consequences of not paying your taxes. They make sure it's in the news. Every celeb who didn't pay their taxes makes national news. This creates fear. Meanwhile, the list of people who went to that island discussions are suppressed. They're trying to say that the Biden laptop wouldn't have influenced the election. Meanwhile, Hillary Clinton's deleted email scandal costed her the win. We were down for the first woman president. until her corruption reached the public eye. Don't you think if she could have suppressed it, she would have gotten Facebook and Twitter to take down that content? Shadow ban it from being seen in anyone's searches? Americans have a short-term memory. In case you forgot, a man with an island went to jail for trafficking. But we don't have the list of people he trafficked to. Weird, In case you forgot, $2.3 trillion went unaccounted for. The records were kept at the Pentagon. That part of the Pentagon was supposedly hit by a plane. No tapes, no evidence, no investigation on the missing records. Never heard from it again. The tide is turning against wokeness. People are not conditioned to think for themselves. Think about it. Since birth, you have listened to your parents. Then as an adult, you listen to your boss. Humans listen to the radio. They listen to their choice of news, their favorite YouTuber, and they take their opinions and address it as their own. They don't have the agency to think for themselves. I want to inspire you to think for yourself. Nonetheless, I love my country. Need I remind you that we could be quarantined right now? We could get whacked if we had a different religion. Try listening to the other side. Be willing to change your mind when you have a disagreement.